As Visgams promised, this is the month of Diablo. We just got our hands on the first few minutes of Diablo I, Lord of Hatred. Gameplay, story setup, and a boss fight. If you're trying to go in completely fresh, now's your chance to click away. For everyone else, strap in. We're going deep. We're playing a Paladin, a classic choice. The story hook. A figure named Akarat claims he can save the world from hate. He promises a sign in the heavens and eclipse, and the masses have flocked to him. But our companion, an older veteran, isn't buying it. He suspects something far darker is hiding behind those miracles. And here's the kicker, Akarat's miracles aren't illusions or spells. They're real. He's won people over by actually doing good, healing, saving lives. That makes him far more dangerous than any cartoon villain. Our companion admits, the scariest part is it's no spell. He's playing the part of a benevolent prophet, and playing it damn well. So we set sail for Skovos, the island where Akarat is heading. The voyage itself is beautifully atmospheric. Dark water, creaking wood, a sense of dread. Honestly, it gives me major no rest for the wicked vibes that game's opening on a storm-tossed ship. I'm already wondering, will we be able to sail back and forth later, or is this a one-time cinematic before fast travel unlocks? On board, we meet a mysterious stranger. The old man claims he has no dark impulses, but the stranger, he carries something unspeakable in his heart. Then, follower of Akarat appears seemingly out of nowhere. He says, nothing is hidden from his eyes. Even this vast sea is so small compared to him. And we are even smaller. Chilling stuff. This is classic Diablo cosmic horror wrapped in religious imagery. And then, all hell breaks loose. The ship is attacked. Not just by scalies, these lizard-like creatures, but something is moving under the boards. We're immediately thrown into combat. The camera pulls back, and we get our first real look at the gameplay. It's familiar isometric, fast-paced, skill-based, but the lighting and particle effects feel a notch above. We start looting crystals, standard crafting materials, but the devs have said they're reducing the need for salvaging in the early game. Then we spot something new, primordial dust. That's the endgame crafting currency. Even at what looks like level 20, we're already seeing the shift toward late-game systems. I appreciate that no waiting until the credits roll to understand how loot works. A crew member tells us the way up top is clear, but he's heard screams unlike anything before. We start climbing, not descending into a dungeon, but ascending the ship's rigging. That verticality is new for Diablo. Usually, you go down into hate. Here, you climb up toward the storm. It's a small shift, but it changes the feel of exploration. And then the creature from the trailer, a massive, horrifying crab. It's not the main boss, but it's a nasty mid-level encounter. We fight it off, but it doesn't die, it retreats. That's a nice touch. Not every monster is a loot pinata. Some are recurring threats. It makes the world feel more alive and dangerous. We reach the top deck and find a wounded follower of Akarat. He's barely alive. He says, where he goes, the whole world bends around him. He spoke of you. He admires you and hates you. Then he dies. This is classic Diablo storytelling. You're always one step behind the villain, and his followers are both terrified and devoted. It's effective. And then, the boss. The hate horn abomination. It's a towering mass of flesh, horns, and tentacles. The arena is the ship's deck, now partially destroyed. The boss has a few mechanics, ground slams, summoning adds, and a projectile attack. Visually, it's striking very Bloodborne meets Diablo. Mechanically, fairly straightforward. Dodge, attack, repeat. I'm watching the player's positioning. They're using a dodge rule. That's new for Diablo. It has iframes, which changes the combat calculus significantly. No more face tanking everything. You have to time your evasions. The boss also has a phase change around half health, more tentacles, faster attacks. It's not revolutionary, but for an early game boss, it's solid. The boss goes down. The storm clears. We get loot, a magic charm, blue quality, a talisman, no legendaries, no set pieces. That's fine, this is clearly early game. But I'm curious, what level are they? What gear are they wearing? The damage numbers suggest maybe level 20-25. And they're playing on hard difficulty. I'd like to see this fight on expert or penitent, where one mistake could mean death. After the fight, we get more story. The companion says, not all his followers are sheep. He's using them to do his dirty work while he keeps up his malevolent image. That's a great line. It reinforces that the villain isn't just evil for evil's sake. He's strategic. He uses people. That makes him more hateable and more interesting. The ship patches up, the crew recovers, and then land. Skovos. From the screenshots and trailers, this area looks gorgeous. Lush forests, ancient ruins, golden light. But I suspect not all of it will be so welcoming. Diablo has a way of hiding horrors under beauty. I'm already getting Act 2 vibes, the contrast between paradise and corruption. We step onto the shore. The camera pulls back to show a massive, twisted structure in the distance. Probably Akarat's cathedral or something worse. The music shifts from hopeful to uneasy. That's the Diablo magic. You've arrived, but you're not welcome. And you know that whatever awaits you is far worse than a giant crab. So, what did we learn from these 12 minutes? The atmosphere is top tier. The voice acting is strong. The combat looks snappy, with the new dodge roll adding a layer of skill. The story setup is classic Diablo: a false prophet, real miracles, and a villain who admires and hates you in equal measure. But I have questions. First, skill trees. We didn't see them. How deep are they? Are we getting meaningful build diversity or just incremental stat boosts? Second, endgame. Primordial dust is there, but what are we spending it on? Rifts? World bosses? A new take on Paragon? Third, itemization. The loot we saw was blue. How do legendaries and uniques feel? Do they change skills or just add numbers? And finally, performance. This was captured on PC, presumably high-end. How does it run on console? On Steam Deck? What about Couch Coop? Diablo has always been a social game for me. And seasonal content, what's the cadence? Are we getting new mechanics every 3 months or just new cosmetics? These are the things that determine whether I play for 30 hours or 300. Look, I'm cautiously optimistic. Lord of Hatred looks like a return to form. Darker, slower, more deliberate. But we've been burned before by great trailers and shallow endgames. I need to see more, so stick with us. We'll break down every trailer, every boss, every skill tree. And when the game launches, you'll know exactly what you're getting into. I'm Jazz Meat, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.